I'm going to be reading Grand Canyon, A Trail Through Time by Linda Vieira. A pre-dawn storm rumbles over Grand Canyon National Park. Cracks of lightning shatter the dark sky, flashing above an enormous plateau of peaks, valleys, and trenches where ancient mountains once stood. The deepest trench is called the Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Dawn comes, bringing daylight to spires and buttes standing in centuries on the plateau, worn down by weathering and erosion. Coyotes teach their pups to hunt for food in thick forests along the edges of the canyon. Thousands of visitors from all over the world have come to view the splendor of the Grand Canyon. In campgrounds, lodges near the north and south rims, they prepare for the day's activities. The morning sun climbs above distant mountains, revealing cliffs hanging over the Colorado River at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. The river took almost 6 million years to carve the canyon, creating a channel about 1 mile deep and more than 275 miles long. Wind and water wore down its steep sides, widening the chase between the cliffs. A raven glides over the opening, making lazy circles over the river far below. The sun chases away shadows of the craggy rocks thousands of feet below the rims. Pack mules begin a 5-hour trip down to the deepest part of the canyon. They follow each other along a twisted 10-mile trail to the riverbed. Clouds of dust follow them as voices from the top fade away. Canyon visitors along the trail peer with curiosity at symbols of people and animals that were painted on a boulder by the Havasupai Indians long ago. They still live in the canyon today, tending to their flocks and farms in the summertime, hunting small game and gathering nuts and berries in the winter months. As the sun moves higher in the sky, smaller side canyons with rocks layered like multicolored ribbons come into view. Bighorn sheep walk easily along the steep walls of the canyons, looking for food in hidden pockets of soil. Wildflowers stand around them in patches of purple and pink. The mule continues down the trail into the inner gorge. They carry their riders past layers of rock that display millions of years of the Earth's geologic history. A canyon wren looks for bits of brush to line its nest, hidden in a rocky crevice just off the trail. It searches for twigs and grasses up and down the canyon walls, flying past fossils of fish teeth and seashells. The noonday sun glistens on a hidden creek near a granary built into the canyon wall by Anasazi Indians almost 1,000 years ago. Squirrels chase through the now empty granary where crops and plants had been stored for food and trade. A lizard scurries off the trail. It climbs over fossils of prehistoric tributes embedded in layers of shale millions of years ago when the land was covered with the primeval sea. After the mules pass, the lizards creep out from its hiding place to soak up the warmth of the sun. The afternoon sun hangs low in the sky. A white-breasted patch flies above the beaver tail cacti along the rocky banks of the Colorado River. Its songs drift over ancient pink and white and gray rocks at the river's edge, the roots of mountains that stood there almost 2 billion years ago. The white tumbles over cascading rapids through trout search for quieter streams in which to spawn. A ringtail cat drinks from a slower side stream, watching for predators up and down the red rock and along the river nearby. Laughter echoes from a bunkhouse as weary riders and hikers share stories of their descent into the canyon. The endless cycles of eroding rocks and moving water carved the Grand Canyon billions of years ago. Blustering wind and pounding rain continue to widen it, grinding down the rocks that used to be mountains and volcanoes. The rushing Colorado River deepens this natural wonder, dragging rocks and mud along its paths through the ancient plains and lava flows. The mule rests for the night in a corral near the river, awaiting tomorrow's 7-hour trip back to the top. Weather and erosion makes tiny changes every day in the rocky walls along the trail. Millions of years into the future, the same forces of nature will continue to reshape the Grand Canyon, digging even deeper into the history of our planet. I hope you enjoyed the book.